Hello, everybody. My name is Fausto from Cyber Trading University. Let me get a little chat back if you could hear me loud and clear, please. Just want to make a quick little audio check. Good to see you, Phil. Good to see you. Nice seeing you again, Phil. How are you? Good to see you. Jenny, Ellen, Philip. Good. All right, so let me just get a little squared away here and we'll get started. What do you say? All right, let me get this up and running. There we go. Got the webcam working. Get that work. Get a little light here. There we go. Perfect. All right. So welcome, everybody. My name is Fausto Pugliese, president, founder of Cyber Trading University. I'd like to thank you for today, for coming here at lunchtime, well, depending on where you are in the world. But I'm going to talk about my secret weapon, how to beat and be the best trader in any market condition. I mean, we're seeing the market down about 340 points. We were down a lot more than that. Market has not looked good at all, but there are opportunities everywhere to make money. Like, for example, I guess everybody here in the States heard about the big, was a train spill. Everybody heard about that? The big train spill up in Ohio? Big catastrophe, disaster, everything. It's on the news every day, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, right? Well, how about this? Did you ever think that when that news came out, you could have shorted the stock because that company was public? These are things that you have to understand, but there are reasons not just by going with your gut instinct, but it also has to do with who's buying it, who's selling it, why these things go up and down, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So let me get my little crayon out here. Let me move on. First of all, just to let you know, I'm not making any guarantees or warranties or anything like that, or any promises. Everything obviously depends on profits and results vary from student to student. So just all I'm looking to say is please be very wise before you make your first trade, okay? Now, I've been telling you a little about Cyber Trading University and tell you a little bit about myself. By the way, have any of you here have ever seen me speak before? Let me just see that before. Let me just do a quick audio check. I mean, just good to know a little bit about you guys in here in the trading room. Jenny, you have? Okay, good. Anyone else? Always try to like to do something different. If you are new here, like I said, if you've been here for a while, I like to do something different. If not, on a webinar, I love trading. Okay, good. Very new to it. Okay, good. By the way, there's a couple of you I haven't heard from. I don't know if the audio is working. Bernie, Chris, who I haven't heard from. Darren, Don, Gene, John. Just want to make sure you guys are hearing okay. All right. Listen, to be a good trader, please feel free to chat back. Nobody can read anybody's chat. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable, but if you don't talk, you're not going to learn. So anyway, I've been doing this for over 30 years. I love what I do. I compete against some of the best traders in the industry, but the thing that you have to look at is not how good of a trader I am. You just have to understand is, can you understand how to trade properly, and can I teach you how to do it? And that's really what we hear about, because most of you here are not trading properly. You're not using the right tools. You're not using the right execution systems, and that's what we need to cover. So listen, for some of you know this, I just came back from Florida. We just had our on-site class there. Great bunch of students. It's always nice to meet people. We do these classes all over the country, and maybe one day some of you here could come and join us. But my enjoyment is not about just obviously making money in this. My goal is to teach you guys how to stop losing it, because that's everyone's biggest issue. And being part of a team is where we all make money together, and that's how we all succeed. So my question to you, everyone here, is how long have you been trading for? So can everybody just give me a little chat back and let me know, have you been doing this for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, couple of years? Just want to kind of get the experience of how long you guys been doing this for. Phil been doing it for 40 years. Kent doing it for 20. About 10 years. Okay, good to see you, Gene. We missed you down in Florida. Hopefully next time. Few months, Jenny. Okay. About 3 years. Now, the thing you have to ask yourself is, are you actually making money doing this because I know everybody here does a little bit different types of trading. Some of you are doing swing trading, options trading, futures trading, stock trading, Forex, crypto. So my thing is that if you're not doing it, if you're not seeing success after, a few months, not that you have to get out of the business, maybe you have to just try a different industry, which we're going to cover. So at the end of the day, my big thing is I'm a day trader. And the reason why I like to day trade, and I call myself a day trader, is because I don't really hold positions overnight. Like this example on Lyft. You also saw what happened with Lyft. Stock goes from 16, opens up at 12. I mean, where is it down now? Down to 7? So is it down to 7? I hope not. Where's Lyft? Oh, bound down to 10. So if that's a big catastrophe, and you don't want to do that. And that's where people kind of blow up their accounts. Day trading is a little bit less risky, but when you surround yourself with good traders, it's just basically black and white. Now, if you want to become a good swing trader, you got to be a good day trader. If you want to be a good options trader, you got to be a good day trader and swing trader first, because every time you do step that, it becomes a little bit more risky and a lot more complicated. So let's just jump right in and get that started. So basically, you're here to prepare for the next great market move. I mean, that's what we're looking at. Now, it could be long, it could be short, and that's where the money is. And listen, if it was a stock like NVIDIA that obviously had good earnings or moved, or a stock like BARE this morning had a good pop, whatever it may be, it's all about having a game plan. So let's look at these two stocks really quick. Let's look at NVIDIA and let's look at BARE. Okay, so finding these stocks, you're probably asking, where did they come from? Who ran them up? Why? Where did you find them? I mean, Bear was a really nice moving stock. I mean, that literally, let me just bring this up here and show you what happened to it. Here's a day chart. So you can see how the stock started this morning in the pre-market, and went from 540. And even when the market opened up, it had a huge run up. It went all the way to $9. Things shot up to $12. Now, granted, the stock is back down to 7, but that's irrelevant. What's relevant is, how did it go from 5 to 12.50, and how did I know that I didn't buy it at 12.50, or maybe could have shorted it and got back down to 7? These are the things that we're going to talk about. So move this up over here. So how do we find those stocks? Is very simple. We just work off our big percentage gainers and losers. That's about it. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go out there and use these special crazy scanners, or have someone tell you what to do. You just literally go right from that the big scanner right there. Now the thing is, a lot of you are looking at this list and be like, but there's over 50 stocks. You're only looking to buy one. Well, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite every one of you to come into my trading room so you can see how we find them. Because there are things that we teach you, it's called the 3 T's: tradable, trend, and trap. So you just got to basically find out, is the stock tradable? What does that mean? Does it have a good spread? Does it have good volatility? Does it have good buyers and sellers out there? All these little things that you like probably make sense to you. Like, wait a minute, you could see that? Yes. And you're going to invite all of you to come and join us, including with my students that are in here already, which are here to kind of support CTU because they want you to come in there. See, we're looking for traders that want to take this very seriously. And that's why we invite you all in here. And that's why they're there. They're here today, our students, to kind of hopefully recruit some of you here. It's almost like going to college. It's like, who's there talking to you, the dean or, the students that go to the school? Because I want to tell you what a great job we do, because if you do a good job, you help us all make money. Right. That's very, very correct, Gene. We take it very, very seriously. Listen, I wouldn't be around for 30 years if I didn't, okay? So just to let you know, every morning we do a live trading. We start early in the morning, and we do 2 big audio broadcasts. We broadcast on all social media websites too. So we start around 9 a.m., but we usually open up the room around 7:30. And we'll be trading all the way up until the market opens up, and then we'll start commentating at the market. So I don't know if you guys know this. There's a lot of money to be made in pre-market. Now, how do we know when to buy? That's probably your next question, because you find these stocks, you see they're moving. What makes them go up and go down? Now, this is where majority of the traders end up failing in trading, They don't know how to get in and out of them. They don't know what's going on. They think you got to maybe follow news. They think you got to maybe take some recommendation from a friend or subscribe to some news service, whatever it may be. But that's not what make these stocks move. News is one thing, but how do you interpret it? I mean, why did it go up only this much? Why did it go up that much? Why didn't it go up? Why did it only go this much when you thought it was going to go that much? These are things that you have to understand how the market works. For example, you could be in a stock and all of a sudden, stock will come out with great news and all of a sudden, the thing goes down. Well, do you ever know maybe the CEO of the company says, maybe this is my chance to get out of it? Maybe this, you ever heard the phrase, buy on rumors, sell on news? So this is where it started. So to see that data is what we're going to focus on now, which is the future. And the future is, where are the orders? Where are the buyers trying to get out? Where are the buyers trying to get in? Because most of you here are focusing on the past. You're looking at a chart and you say, okay, well, back on XYZ day, there was a big support level and the Fibonacci and the MACD basically crossed. So because it looks like it's happening now, this is the time to buy. Well, I don't know if anyone told you this, and hopefully I don't pop anyone's bubble, but indicators were invented by mathematicians. Now, do you want to learn from a mathematician or you want to learn from a trader? Because that's what we're going to focus on. So let's start off with level 2. Now, does anyone here have level 2, by the way? Just give me a yes or no in the trading room. Anybody have level 2? Moss, you do have it, okay. Anyone else? Jim, you don't have it. Level 2 is more of a platform. Yes, Jeannie, it's more of a platform on your execution system. Just give you an example. So, I mean, this is basically level 2 right here. So I have level 2 right here. There's the level 2 quotes right here on the bottom left. Okay. Now, if you have level 2 quotes, I'll go over into detail. I hate doing this. There we go. Basically, it's a little outdated. It's been outdated since the 90s. So just to explain to you what we got, these are your buyers. These are your sellers. You got 3 columns. And the first column is the 4-letter abbreviation of a brokerage firm or an exchange. You got the NASDAQ, you got Archipelago, the Philadelphia. I mean, these are all exchanges, EDGX. The second column is telling you what that stock is trading at that exchange at this moment of time. And the size is telling you how many shares are looking to be bought at that price. Whoever wants to buy for the most is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. Now, that seems pretty cool that you could see what that stock is trading at that exchange. The problem with this is that on the New York Stock Exchange, there is more than just 100 shares looking to be bought at $14.50. There could be more buyers at lower prices, and you can't see that. That's why level 2 is outdated, and it's not really practical in today's markets. Now, let's talk about some of the tools you are going to use. Jeannie, that's right. Size shares 3 equals is times by 100. Was that Jack? Was that what it is? Yes, we hear you fine, Jack. Hello to you too. So, yes, we are live. A lot of people, they go in these events and are like, are you guys live or is this a record? No, we are live. So that's why you guys got to ask questions. Okay. Now let's talk about level 2. I mean, level 3 and level 4. Level 3 is a tool that we use, and we'll talk a little about it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about level 4. But let's start off with level 3. So let me do a poll here. All right. So level 3 is known as NASDAQ Book Viewer. Does anybody here? I put a poll up there. Just let me know. Do you have it? Do you not have it? Yeah, we're gonna talk about level 4. That's really cool. Jeannie, if you're on TradeStation, yeah. So if you have the matrix, Jenny, that would be level 3. Okay. So just put it in the chat box and we'll go out there and we'll share it with everyone. We didn't get that. That's a good question, Jeannie, but we're going to get back to that. Right now, let me just do this quick poll because I only got about 30 minutes. I know a lot of people on their lunch break, so I want to get through this pretty quickly and hopefully get everybody registered for the trading room to enjoy it for a week. So anyway, let me stop sharing it and let me share the poll. So I'm going to share the results, and you can see here that 74% of you don't have it. All right. Now, not all of you answered this question. So if you didn't answer this question, like you, Jim, and you, Ken, and you, Michael, I'm just going to take that you don't have it. So right there, we're probably talking about 80, 90%. All right. Now, what you're about to see right now, fellow traders, I want you to listen very carefully because this is going to be quite disturbing. I'm about to show you where you're going to see where all the buyers and all the sellers are in the stock. You have a seat on the exchange. You got to think about this for a second. Traders had to pay millions of dollars to have a seat on the exchange. Okay. And you all like, oh, I wish I was that guy down there on the floor. No. Well, guess what? You don't have to be on the floor anymore. Now you have access to it. Now let me tell you how it works. First of all, you have to admit to yourself that has nothing to do what you think. Okay? You have to understand that you are just a trader and these people run the market. So now you're going to see all the buyers and sellers in a certain stock. For example, AAL, okay, American, it was this regardless what was AAL. It was American Airlines or something like that. Yeah, American Airlines. So what you're seeing right now is every single order being traded on the NASDAQ exchange. You're seeing every buyer, every seller, every price level, everything. So think about it. How do stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. And now you're going to see every buyer and every seller. Now, how do we utilize this data? Let me show you an example of what happened with AI. And everybody's talking about AI lately. AI is falling, right? AI had a really nice rally. And some of you were thinking well, is this the bottom? Is it running up? What's going on? Well, let's talk about that. How do you have a game plan, or what's going to drive the stock to go back up? Once again, buyers. So if you ever see a stock going down, you're like, oh, I love this company, I love AI, but I wish I could buy it cheaper. It's starting to go down. Where's the bottom? The bottom is, where are the buyers on NASDAQ Book Viewer? And you could see here, we're looking at the buyers. Let me get my crayon so you guys can follow along. This is the buyers. And you'll notice that these shares are every single share that's being traded. And if you notice, when we get all the way down here to about $21.34, you have a 32,000 share buyer out there. Now, I don't know if you think that's a lot or a little, but when you look at all the other shares out there, 100 share buyers, 500 share buyers, 800 shares, 32,000 on the average, working away from the top to the bottom, it's probably 30 times more than the average. There's a lot of orders out there. So what do you think, fellow traders, is going to happen when we get to a price close to 21.34? Well, let's change the slide and see what happens. I would think it's going to bounce. Well, here's the chart. Stock got right down to that buyer from 10 o'clock. It went up, it hit him again, went up. You had 15 minutes, all that time, till it decides that I'm not going any lower. I'm not moving. You could sell it to me or not. And sure enough, what does that call? A demand. And how do stocks go up? By demand. And that stock ran from 21.34 right back up to 22.50. Give or take, let's just say $1 run. I don't know about you, but $1 in 30 minutes, 1,000 shares, $250,000, $250,000 salary, I'll take that any day. And I know you would too. But how you could have made it? Because if you saw the orders out there, that would have kind of defined your entry point. Now, did anyone trade AMD off their quarterly earnings? I don't know if anybody here traded it. Anyone trade AMD? Let's talk about AMD. AMD had a really, really nice move. From an hour, it ran from like 83.50 to 87. Great, great move, right? But the question is, when do we take a profit? The goal is, listen, you didn't make any money until you sold it. Okay. You might look at your phone like, oh, I'm making so much money. This is great. You didn't make anything until you sold it. So how do you know when to sell? Well, let's look at this stock right here. AMD on the sell side, you got 250 orders out there, and you got 26,000 shares selling at $88. Now, let's think about this, fellow traders. What do you think is going to happen when we get close to $88? You think the stock's going to go up, or you think it's going to go down? What do you think? I don't know. You know what? Let me do a poll. How about that? Let me do a poll. What do you guys think? Let's have some fun. I like these polls. These polls are fun. Up or down? So as you guys are answering this question, it shouldn't take you long to figure it out. Shouldn't take you long. All right, I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share the results. Okay. Now, I'm going to change the slide. First of all, getting back to what makes you think the stock's going to go up? How do stocks go up and go down? Supply and demand. You got a big supply out there. What happened when we hit that supply? Went from 88 all the way down to 680, 650. So whoever here voted, the 17% of the people who voted, it was going to go up. I would probably recommend you should, unless you made a mistake, you should quit trading. I don't know what made you think the stock was going to go up with a big supply. You're telling me that you know more than the guy, those 250 orders out there, they're trying to get out at $88 for 26,000 shares? You understand? See, this is the mistake, and this is why you're here, which, by the way, that's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to learn from our mistakes, because at Cyber Trading University, we don't teach you how to make money. We teach you how to stop losing it. And when you're with that person that said it was going to go up, now hopefully you learned something there and know, wow, that happened to me all the time. Now it makes sense. Now, for everybody that was going down, congratulations. You just passed the first grade, okay? So anyway, and believe me, it's going to get more fun than this. So think about it. These are called iceberg orders. An iceberg order is what we call here at Cyber Trading University when you hit a big block order. Because why is it an iceberg order? Well, if you watched the movie The Titanic, which I assume everybody did or knew about it, didn't work too well for that good-looking ship. Because it's not what's on top of the water, it's what's on the bottom of the water. So, 30-second rule. If a stock immediately pulls back under an iceberg order, you hit a resistance. You got to run for the hills. So when you're trading a stock, listen, you bought that stock specifically at that moment in time because you thought it was going to go a direction you anticipated. If it doesn't do it in 30 seconds, 9 out of 10 times, it's a loser. Let's go look back at this ISIG. Look at this stock this morning at 11:20. It went from roughly just below $8. And then it got around 12 o'clock, and this thing just took off. It literally went from $9 to $13. You're talking almost 100% in a matter of an hour. Now, let me ask everybody the simple question. Why did the stock go up? What drove this stock higher? What do you think is the first thing that should come out of your mouth? What drove this stock up? Jenny, you're correct. Ellen, you're correct. Tommy, you're wrong. Buyers. Buyers. Do you see buyers on a chart? No, you don't. But you can look over here. Now, let's have a look. Now let's have a little bit of game plan. You own a stock. You're making money on it. What is your game plan to take a profit? So could anyone here tell me, where do you think a stock is good? This stock, ISIG, is going to hit resistance. Where do you think? Trav, we're going to get to that question. Save that question, and I'll get to it towards the end, okay? So if you said 1370, you know what? 83,000 shares, resistance, absolutely, okay? Well, guess what? Look what happened. around 1240, got to that 1370, came back down, 1370, came right back down, all the way down to 12. Now, most people will be like, I don't know, 1370. Why 14? You know? And you know what? Oh, it's a whole number of this and that. But if you waited till then, guess what? You would have lost. Listen, you have to learn before you can earn when it comes to trading. And that's what trading is all about. Now, let's talk about something called level 4. Because now, if you like what I taught you on the data side, let's look at more on a visual side on a chart. So now this is not an indicator. This is software, right? So when it comes to trading, you see how the stock right here was going up, and it started around 1660, and it went all the way to 1930. If you look right here, fellow traders, these bars since 9:30 till 10 o'clock, this person kept bidding it up, 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 and the stock literally went up. And why did it keep going up? Because there's a 793,000 share buyer out there. And he started at 9:30, and he's still running at 19. These are things I want to show you. So let me just get my spotter out here. There we go. All right. But you have to know who's bidding it up and if somebody's canceling the order, which is hopefully, I think that was the question that, who brought that question? Trav, you brought that question, right? Okay. So I'm going to bring that up. So let's look back at NVIDIA, all right? So NVIDIA, just because you see the orders, and this is basically right here, this is your level 3 right here. This is your level 3. I mean, a bad 3. Right here. You see all the orders over here? All these orders? Okay. Now, for some of us, we look at those orders and the numbers change. They move pretty quickly. But when you see on the visual, you kind of get a little bit of understanding, you know, why is this number so dark? Because that 11,000 share seller out there. See how long was this seller out here? Did he cancel his order? Did he get executed? You know, why did it go down from that price? See, and he never let it go. These are the things that help you become a good trader in today's markets. So let's look at NVIDIA, how it broke out. There's always going to be resistance levels, right? Well, when you look at resistance levels, you want to know how long has he been out there for, which is what that line tells you. Did he get executed, which is what it's going to show you. Is there more orders in the future? What happens if I do a swing trade? Is that seller out there a couple of days from now? This is what makes everything easier. Because if you don't know when to jump in and you don't see these big red lines of 126,000 shares, because you know and I know you're not trading 126,000 shares at $240 stock. Somebody is. Would it be nice to know where they are, when they came there? Are they getting executed? Are they not getting executed? These are the little things, traders, we're going to show you in the live market hours. Now, does anybody here want to see this live? Because looking at a chart looks pretty easy, right? Watching it for a whole week and sinking in, it's gonna make you look at trading at a totally different perspective, because now we're gonna stop and realize it's not about the past, it's about the future. And the future is where is everyone else got their limit orders? How many of you here do limit orders? How many of you here use stop order losses? A lot of you, right? But wouldn't it be cool now that you could see everyone's stop order loss? Did you know you can see that? Well, now here it comes. This is what it's all about. Well, getting back and talking a little bit about the level 4, let's just look at it this way, Jay, because Jay says I need more information of education on level 4 so I could see what you're talking about, what all these lines are shafting. So anyway, Jay, I'm going to invite you and everyone else to join my trading room for a week so you can see this live all day long. All right. Listen, I only have a short window of opportunity here to kind of talk to all of you. So hopefully I'm just catching your interest so I can hopefully get you all involved. But to kind of answer your question a little bit, Jay, is this. Those red lines are orders. And those red lines are getting, could be executed. Excuse me, everyone. I was coming down with a cold, coming back from Florida for on-site class. So coming from the cold and the heat makes a big difference. So anyway, you got a big thank you, Jenny. So anyway, these orders right here are big resistance levels. You could see these orders get done. And to get back to, I think it was one of your questions there, what do those balls mean? Those balls are time and sales windows. Those are transactions that are taking place. So that's basically what you're looking at. But the lines are orders that were out here, and that's existing now, and this was the past. So you could see all those orders did they get executed or did they cancel? Let's look at the stock SOUN, for example. SUN went from 9:30 in the morning, started around $3.50, and you could see that there was this big seller out here. He started at 9:30, and from 9:30 to about 10:15 in the morning, you can see here that the stock made this big run up, and it tested this big seller that was out there since 4 o'clock at $4 since 9:30 in the morning. Look what happened when it hit him. He did try to buy some of it, but the person kept selling more and more and more. And what ended up happening? If somebody's looking to sell shares and he's selling you more and more and more, well, obviously he's got a lot to go. And if you didn't see that happening, you took that winner and you converted it into a loser. Because now you went from $4 back down to $3.70. And here you see you could test that 102,000 share seller out there. What does that come out to be? $400,000 worth of stock. Are you putting $400,000 into an idea? I don't think so. Now, can we break through our resistance levels? Listen, we see stocks always making new highs. And here you have an example that somebody came back and says, you know what? I like the stock. I want to buy it. So that person not only bought, he kept buying. Eventually, that seller had no more shares left. And when there's no more sellers out there at that price, what does it do? It's going to test the next biggest seller out there. And if that buyer still is interested in buying it, it's going to go higher. It's going to go to the next resistance levels, because that's what trading is all about until you get to that big grand seller at $5, where you're not dealing with the 100,000 share seller. Now you're dealing with the 270,000 share seller. That's what it's all about. So not only, like I said, you could do this on a day trade, but you could do this on a swing trade also. It's all about following the orders. Because look how thick and bright that red line is versus the one we saw at 4. 4 was a lot. 5 is a lot more. Somebody was interested in buying it at 4, but now they got to deal with the next biggest seller at 5. And you as a day trader, you as a trader in general, you have to have a game plan. Think about driving a car, okay? I know there's a lot of people like myself, older in here. Look at today's technology than the cars we had in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. When did GPS come out? When did GPS come out? I can't drive without it now, but you think I'm going to sit there and look at the GPS and not keep my eye on the road? Why? What is a GPS? A GPS is a lagger, right? You still need to look ahead of you. And that's what most of you are doing here. Think about driving a car. I know we have autopilot now, but I still don't trust it. I don't think we got there yet, but that's a conversation in itself. The bottom line, something we can relate to, is that you need to see where the next exit is, not what the GPS is telling you. Well, Jay, listen, getting back to all what's going on in level 4, all you need to understand is this. These are future orders out there. And you're not only seeing the future orders out there, but you're seeing how long they've been out there for and if they're getting executed. That's really what it comes down to it. Now, let's look at Carvana, for example, on the short. So here you have some buyers, and Carvana was trading around 1380. And you can see that this buyer was out here around 1040. He pulled his order. He lowered it. He pulled his order. He lowered it. Then it came down to this buyer right here around 1290. And then he changed his mind. He came back. Stock, and he wasn't really too concerned about it because the stock was pretty much trading right around 1330. He was only down here at 1290. And then guess what? Like it or not, it's going to go down and test him. And then he said, I'm not interested. Let me change my mind. This trader out there was looking to buy 423,000 shares. Now, let's think about this for a second. That's a lot of shares, right? A hell of a lot of shares. What does that come out to be? 100,000 shares is basically 130,000. You're talking over $500,000, right? Now, what happens if that buyer gets executed? It's going to go lower. So in theory, when you think you have support levels, and which they are, support levels get executed all the time. Or, Gene, like the other thing, he probably pulled his order. I didn't get into teaching you yet, and we'll talk about this in my trading when you come in, but maybe he did get executed. Did you look at the time and sales window? These are little things you have to look at. Because if you don't know where they are and don't know where the next support level is, like it or not, it's going there with you or without you. So being a trader, we're just the ants trying to get the crumbs. You just got to know where the crumbs come from. And you got to know what everyone else is doing. You got to kill it, make a fortune in this. But these people are moving millions and millions of shares. Just got to see what they're doing. Now, you're probably asking, how can I teach you more? Well, listen, what I want to do is this. I don't have X amount of time. I can't teach you how to trade. I could just spark your interest. This is more of an interview. And my interview is this. We have some great students in here. They're sitting there adding their comments in the room. We're looking for traders that we could teach, that I could trade with. Now, if you've been doing this for more than 2 to 3 months, doing something with someone and you're not seeing it, you're not making money, you probably need a time for a change. I know you like the industry, but you got to learn how to play the game. So what I'm looking to do is I want you to see us trade in today's markets. I want you to show you this in real time for one whole week. Okay. And that's what it's all about. Why has Cybertrain University been in business for 30 years? Why do we have a 5-star rating on Google? Why we have an A+ rating at Better Business Bureau? Here's your opportunity to see why. Because not only do we have a good reputation, but we're endorsed by more brokerage firms than any school in today's industry. And let me tell you what the reason for that is. These brokerage firms want you to succeed. Because if you succeed, you'll be a client of theirs forever. If you're like 90% of the traders out there and blow up your account, you're not going to be very valuable to them. That's why they do their due diligence, and that's why they have us train you. But to do it right, you have to understand something, fellow traders. Trading is not for everybody, and that's not a bad thing. But the thing is, if you know how to play the game of trading, and the reason how I know this is because I was a market maker. I live here in New York, the financial capital of the world. I was trained by some of the best traders. The only thing that changed since the day I started till to now is you don't got to take your 7 license. You don't have to get a job working for a market maker. You don't have to pay $20 a ticket like I paid. Cost came down, but technology got better. And you don't got to fly here to New York and live here and get a living, which I don't know if everyone really want to do that anyway. So just tell you a little bit about the Cyber Group room. We're the founder. This is the original trading room. I know you see all the trading rooms around, but we're the first trading room that started before anyone has started it. So you're going to get an opportunity to see what it is to be like in the original trading room. We're going to show you the nuts and bolts. You're going to meet these people. You're going to see how we interact with you. You're going to see how we talk to you on the phone. Not like most people hide behind, behind emails and chats. Okay, we take it very, very seriously. We start live audio broadcasting at 9 a.m. and then we go all the way during the day. We'll start commentating all the way going into the afternoon, and we'll just constantly, do traders talk, have guests in the middle of the day. We do everything in our power to make trading as fun as possible, and enjoyable as possible, but help to train you to learn from those mistakes so you can go out there and not make them on your own. Now, here's basically a little simple weekly schedule. You can kind of see what we do in the week. So you don't got to be here every day. You don't have to be every day. You could just be here in the morning. You come in the afternoon. Listen, when everybody here registers, you're all going to be able to talk to an education advisor. They're going to tell you a little bit about it. We're not looking to sell you anything. Listen, we don't need your business, right? We're just looking for people that are serious traders that have tried this and still can't figure it out and haven't found the right mentor. And that's what we're looking for. Now, regarding about some questions, okay? How much money do I need to start? Listen, zero. You don't need any money. We don't want you to trade. We don't want you to open up a brokerage account. We don't want you to do anything. All we want you to do is take a little time of an opportunity to watch. Don't watch us. Watch our students and see if they're making money doing it. We're not looking you to trade. We don't want you to do anything. We just want you to see what it's like to have that technology, to have a seat on the exchange. Now, where do I get level 3 and level 4, which some of you here keep asking me? Listen, you can go right to the NASDAQ website. You could buy it from there. Personally, I highly recommend you don't do that because I did not teach you how to do it. Now, when you register for our class, I'll have a nice little short workshop so you can watch it. Let me explain it to you first. Why go out there and take the keys to the car? I never taught you how to drive it. Some of you are parents. Would you give your keys to a 17-year-old and says, hey, today's my birthday, give me the keys? You didn't even take your license yet. I'm not asking you to jump over hoops, but be patient. Be patient. Stock market's not going out of business. Now, this is all I'm asking for, $9. That's it. $9, fellow traders. Now, this is what really get people a little confused. You're getting all this training for $9? Some of you here are like, I would think I'm going to spend like $900, $9,000, $90, $9. Why $9? I'll tell you why. I don't need the money. Okay. I'm looking for someone I could train that wants to be part of my team. And this right here is an application fee. That $9, all that does is tells me you're a real person or not. That's really what comes down to it. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from. But I know if you're going to go out of your way and pay $9 for it, now I know exactly your name, who you are, where you came from. And listen, you take me seriously, I'll take you seriously. That's where it comes down to it. Q-Trade said the best $9 I've ever spent. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. And you know what? Hopefully everybody is convinced to do the same. Think about this for a second. Where do you get an opportunity to trade with a true market maker, a 12-time world champion, a school that has one of the probably the best reputations on the internet, that's endorsed by a brokerage firm for $9, and to see and show you something totally opposite that some of you were never taught before, which is focusing on the past. Well, I'm going to teach you the future. But let me tell you, I'm not done there. These are things that you're going to get. You're going to get 1 week access to the trading room. You're going to see live trading, not just from us, but from our traders, and see how we make good call outs. You're also going to get 3 pro workshops where we're going to teach you how to read level 3 and level 4, and how to do a little psychology and so much more. All these cool things you're going to get. You're also going to get a Traders Talk library of some of the biggest gurus in the industry and some of our great podcasts that you can't get anywhere else, all for $9. That's it. That's what it comes down to it. As a bonus, I'm going to throw a couple more things in it to make this even more attractive. I'm going to give you my book. My book has been published by Wiley, one of the most reputable publishing companies in the industry. This is not a self-published book. You could buy it on Amazon for $47, or you could pay $9 and get it for free. Sound like a deal? And by the way, it's a great read. It's fast. It's not going to take you forever, but I think you'll like it. Just take your phone. You have your phone. Just take the camera. You could scan that QR code or type in www.ctu.co/trial, or you can just click the link in the chat room. Now, I know we got a couple of questions here, but I got one more bonus I'm going to throw in to make this even more attractive. The first 20 people that register right now, I will give you, myself, personally, will talk to you on the phone and give you a free coaching class. Now, why? You're getting all this stuff for $9. What is my interest to talk to you, Kent, John, Judy, Mark? Why would I talk to? I'll tell you why. Because we need to make sure that we get along. Listen, you wouldn't go and have surgery from a doctor without talking to him first, right? Would you? You're just going to show up at the table and say, yeah, do brain surgery, doc. By the way, I don't know anything about you. I mean, like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'll make it even better. Would any of you here take my $100,000 to trade? Do you believe that you could actually take my money, if I gave it to you, that you could trade it and show me and make me money? Now, if you said yes, then this is not for you. If you said no, then you're like, I would love to do that, but I'm not there yet. Well, guess what? This is your opportunity to see how it works. And not only that, but this is what I'm going to do. One more last bonus. If you're not happy after a week, I'll give you $9 back. Fellow traders, I don't need your $9. Do I look like I need your $9? I got a, if you look behind my shoulder, that little jersey right there is probably worth close to about, I don't know, $30,000, $40,000. Okay, one of a kind, signed Michael Schumacher, complete jersey with his personal champagne glass that he drank out of. Okay, I mean, like, I don't need the $9. I'm looking for traders I can make money with, but I need to teach you how to stop losing it first. So here's your opportunity. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of shout outs because I got a lot of people that just registered here, and like always like to get to know everyone here a little bit. So who do we got here that just registered? There we go. So we got Tommy Durston. I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much. Kent Gilbert just got your registration. Thank you very much. Look forward to talking to you. Dwayne just got your registration. Who else we got that just registered? Leo got your registration. Welcome aboard. Guys, it's $9. I got a little bit more than 10, 15 people that just registered right now. Maybe you still look. What's holding you back? We have over 90 people, almost 100 people that are in here. What are you afraid of? That someone's going to tell you the truth? Listen, you can lose thousands. $9, that's it. Michael, good to see you. Michael Ross, welcome aboard. I signed up, love the trading, got in this webinar from the trading room. I got one of your one-on-one sessions then. Jenny, thank you very much for sharing that. We'll just copy and paste that in there. Just let everybody know. Thank you very much. Just put that in the staff, right in the line. So listen, for everybody that's registering, just want to give everyone a little heads up. Everybody here is going to get an education advisor. They're going to walk you through the portal page. They're going to tell you a little bit about it. They're going to tell you a little bit about what you're going to learn in the trading room. We don't want you to go into this room all confused. We want you to feel as comfortable as possible. You're also going to notice you have a questionnaire that you need to fill out. Please tell us the best that you can. Let us know who trained you so we know what kind of style. I know everybody in this industry, the good, the bad, the ugly, okay? Your brokerage firm, do you have level 3? All these cool things I need to know about, all right? The more you let us know, the more we can help you. Let me see. A couple other people just registered right here. Who else we got? Alan, we got your registration. Welcome aboard. Moss Juan, we just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Look forward to talking to you. Love to see you in the room. Who else we got here registered? Charles got your registration. Royal got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right, guys, it's $9. You get your money back at the end of the week if we waste your time. Listen, if you want to learn how to trade, everyone's always petrified how to day trade. They're like, oh, I heard you're going to lose all your money. You know what? Oh, I tried. It didn't work out. Well, who trained you? And were you really day trading? Listen, we are at an age right now where we want to, listen, we get older. We need to start running our IRAs, everything. Market's down over 400 points. Some of you be like, I'm a little nervous. I don't know what's going on. We thrive on this. Let me bring up this stock right here, just out of curiosity. And I talked about this earlier. Remember when we started early this morning? We started our class this morning. We all are very familiar what happened in Ohio with the train. Huge catastrophe, right? Terrible thing that happened. And you know what? I'm not going to get political or anything else because that's irrelevant. What is relevant is that it's getting worse and worse. And now they're pointing the fingers at this person and they're pointing on that person. Now, you could sit there and you could point this person and point that one. But as a trader, we look for this stuff. And if I just blow this up just a little bit, let me show you what got going on. This is North Fork Southern. This is the train company that did the accident. Do you know when the accident started? Do you have any idea? Right around the February. You could have shorted this stock right here, right around that, hold on, right around that 240, 250 price range, and look at it. Oh, they stopped talking about it on the internet or on TV? No, they keep talking about it over and over and over and over again. Now, when you look at this stock, you could have made a lot of money on the short. And for myself, I'm still short. I shorted it. I'm still short. I shorted at at 237, only 100 shares, 100 lousy stinking shares. I got the short all the way up here. I actually didn't even get it on the day of the announcement. I got it past the day of the announcement. And look what happened where it is today. You see, fellow traders, you have to learn before you can earn. So take your phone, scan it. Let's get going. Couple more shout outs. David got your registration. Demir got your registration. Welcome aboard. Philip Carapelli got your registration. By the way, I'm going to show everyone here. I'm not hiding anyone here. Look, these are all the people that are registering. I just got your registration, Philip. Welcome aboard. Terry, I think I'm almost past 20. Terry Durant, I got your registration. These are names up here. Carlos has got your registration. Welcome aboard. You can see all these people are just registering. Tommy, Kent, Leo, all these people are registered. There we go. Anyone, any last minute questions before we go? Any last minute questions? Jerry, you're more than welcome. Thank you for coming. All right, so listen, I look forward to teaching all of you. Once again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen, I get it. If you're not ready yet, maybe you're still doing your homework, maybe you're not fully convinced or whatever. But maybe you need to hear a couple of more events. It happens. So feel free to come and join us, whatever you want. But if you did register, make sure you book your appointment, talk to education advisor before you get in. If you want to start it tomorrow, on Monday, you want to maybe going away, Doesn't start immediately. I recommend you start immediately, but if you're not ready, start when you're ready, and we'll go from there. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Like I said, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you bright and early here on Monday. And if you didn't register, feel free to just let us know when you're ready, and we'll be here for you. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading, and like I said, enjoy your weekend.